So in the previous part, I talked about how the stages that I went through to apply, how it became Korea as a choice, although it was Japan at first, how I got my citizenship in the United States, and how my US citizenship was useless for me as a US citizen. Like, I could tell myself the truth. My blue passport was useless for me as an American in America. So I had to think of what to do with it. And then I found out that Koreans love Americans. Who doesn't want to go where they are loved? Not where you have to keep proving yourself. As a matter of fact, I was raised with this ideology: don't go where you're tolerated, but where you're celebrated. I don't try to prove myself. If I have to prove myself to you, I don't have to be around you. The reason why I never liked American schools as a fresh graduate bachelor's degree in Nigeria was because they always wanted me to write test of English as a foreign language. Like, yo, I speak English. I'm a native English speaker. Those who colonized us, Britain, they don't want me writing English. Now, UCLA did not want me to write TOEFL. So, of course, I wanted to go to UCLA. But the other schools that wanted me, you need to write test of English as a foreign language. So when it was Korean time as well, the reason I applied was because as an American citizen, I did not need to write test of English, either TOEFL or IELTS. Because according to them, native English speakers are Americans, Australians, Canadians, South Africans, and I think British people. When I was preparing for my IELTS test, I decided to watch a video for tips by IELTS Advantage. I think the guy is either Australian or British. He kept saying, as a native English speaker, as a native English speaker. So I was offended every time he said that, because I know that the only reason I'm writing this exam is not because I don't speak English, but because some people have intentionally chosen to ignore the fact that some English-speaking African countries or nations that were colonized by Britain are native English speakers, although we are bi or multilingual. So, backtracking, I got the admission, nomination, and then I was told, you can give us band 6 over 9. You will get 50% scholarship. Who doesn't like scholarships, right? So this is July 16th. And the closest time I could get to write an exam was July 28th. And I needed to give them the result, no, June 16th, June 28th, and I needed to give them the result by July 4th in Korea, which is July 3rd in America. So I get the result, and the lab attendant, when she saw it, was very happy. She said, because they think Nigerians don't speak English. When I saw that result, I was so happy. Yes, I made Nigerians proud, because I made a band 8 instead of a 6. And that's a very high score for those of you who don't know. And this is me admitting that I didn't know how to do academic writing, and I got distracted in the exam. Now for speaking and reading, 9, 8.5, very high. So when he kept saying as native English speakers, it just kept registering in my mind. From the exam, I gave them the result. Eventually, the professor paid the school fees, and then I had to apply for a visa. So as a matter of fact, as soon as it was July 17th, the lab attendant told me, hey, professor needs your research plan or paper by 23rd, because you'll be presenting in October at Jeju Island in a conference. The initial plan I had, now take you back to the part where I talked about Read AI, how biased it was. I'd also done a research plan. It was effective AI, how it is biased, how AI is biased. The training data sets that are used are called weird biased data. There are studies about that, because GPTs are generative pre-trained transformers, so they are trained by people who are biased. Now there's a danger of biased Eurocentric data and then biased trainers. So AI is biased. Like on TikTok, I have to, every time I post a video, go and check my status, because it's always being flagged. They say substance. There's no substance. I don't know if it's my skin tone or my beard. I don't know what it is, but something always flags my content as inappropriate. And when I go to look at it, I just appeal. So I have to appeal every time. And that is AI, ladies and gentlemen. So AI is biased. So I had that formal research plan, but I'm having conversation with the lab attendant. And she goes, well, professor's goal is blockchain and or multi-agent AI systems. Now, one of the professors I also wrote in that school is in charge of AI convergence engineering. This Professor Kim is in charge of IT convergence engineering. AI never responded. IT responded, but I actually wanted AI. So everything fell into place. Again, the universe, God, whatever it is, was orchestrating everything to fall into place. So I'm discussing with Dr. Love, we are brainstorming ideas. And then I just asked questions, on Facebook, what should I do? What should I do? And then I had a chat with my friend, Ben Ayansodo. He's a postdoc, has different degrees. And we brainstormed, and I told him the idea I had. And he gave it a name. I understand you. In the next video, I'm going to talk about I understand you.